had the highest casualty rate. The 2003 European heat wave killed 70,000 people. You know who died? Primarily people who tried to escape cities for the countryside without adequate transportation, water, or planning. They got stuck in cars, on trains without air conditioning, in locations without the medical infrastructure they needed. The ones who survived were the ones who stayed in their apartments with water stockpiles and community support networks. Even The Road, everyone's favorite post-apocalyptic nightmare, gets this backward. The father and son are constantly moving, constantly exposed, constantly vulnerable. In reality, the survivors would be the ones who found a defensible location with water access and never left. Movement is visibility. Visibility is death. The countryside isn't waiting to welcome you with open arms. It's waiting to bury you in an unmarked grave when you show up desperate, unprepared, and carrying problems they don't want to solve. Stay where you are. Make it defensible, or die trying to reach somewhere that was never going to save you anyway. Myth number 2. Water is water, just boil it and you're fine. Day 4. The tap stopped running on day 2, but you were ready. You're not one of those idiots fighting over bottled water at the store that got looted 36 hours ago. No, you're smart. You remembered that lake 3 blocks away, that creek behind the shopping center, that pool in your neighbor's backyard that's only slightly green. Water is water, right? Just boil it for 10 minutes like they do in the movies, kill the bacteria, and you're golden. You fill up your largest pot with creek water. It's brown, it smells like wet dog and gasoline. But you're desperate, your kids are thirsty, and you read somewhere that humans can survive 3 weeks without food, but only 3 days without water. That timeline is getting uncomfortably close, so you boil it hard, rolling boil for 15 minutes, just to be extra safe. You let it cool, you drink it. It tastes like Satan's swimming pool, but you're alive, you're hydrated, and you just solved your water crisis. Congratulations, you just poisoned yourself. And depending on what was in that water, you have somewhere between 6 hours and 3 days before you're too sick to function. Maybe it's just violent diarrhea that leaves you dehydrated worse than when you started. Maybe it's chemical contamination that's destroying your liver as we speak. Maybe it's a parasite that boiling doesn't touch, currently setting up a vacation home in your intestines. Either way, you just went from survivor to liability because you believed the single most dangerous myth in survival literature. Here's the chemistry lesson they don't teach you in those feel-good